Hello and welcome. In the last lesson, we looked at creative writing and essays from set text. In that question 3, you answer your work in prose form. But when you're handling paper 1, question 1 on the functional writing, it is now formative. There is a format that you're supposed to follow. It is very important that this format is what you use, otherwise you're going to lose marks. So our first functional writing scale we are going to look at is a CV, or curriculum vitae. A curriculum vitae's purpose is to advertise yourself. You're the one who is telling us who you are to the potential employer. So it's supposed to be a brief overview of yourself. In reality, you are saying, I am one among the best. That is in your CV. Because this is formative writing, make sure that you follow the steps and the stages that are used in writing a CV, or your curriculum vitae. So the first point in curriculum vitae is personal details. Who are you? So in the personal details, you're giving us your name. So you can write down your name as I move along. Gender. Date of birth. This must flow in that order. Marital status. Nationality. Address. Or cell phone number. So that's the first bit, which you can name as A in your CV. A. So you fill in that personal details. And then you move on to the next bit, which is, can use B, education. So you start from the years in which you got into school. Pre-unit, primary, secondary, tertiary institution or university, in that order. So I'm going to just give an example of dates. So from 20, so you assume from 2007 to 2008, you went to Kalalani Nursery School, and then 2009 to 2016, that is around 8 years, you went to Sunshine Primary, you did your KCPE, and you got 350 marks. And then from 2017 up to 2020, you joined a secondary school called Furaha Secondary School. You did your KCSE, you got a B+. We are not yet through with the education. You might have joined a university or tertiary institution. So when did you join that tertiary institution or university? Maybe 2021 to 2023, you went to Kiambu Institute. So what did you do at Kiambu Institute? You did a certificate, maybe you can say certificate or diploma in information technology, IT. So you could have a diploma in IT or certificate in IT, depending on what you did. And then from there, you move down. So remember, the first thing is personal details, and then you come to education. From education, you come to work experience. That will be C, work experience. So after you trained at either that university or that tertiary institution, when were you employed? And how many years did you work in that organization where you were employed? So you can say you were employed from August 20, you graduated from Kiambu in 2023. So you might have been employed in 2024, then up to date. Meaning you have not shifted, you're still there. Remember, the dates I'm giving you are just examples. So make sure that your dates are as realistic as possible. Okay, so from there you move on to, that is work experience, where you worked. Now, what do you do there? The work experience, you have been employed, where are you working up to date? So you are at Free Butterfly Institutes. So what are you doing there? You are an instructor. So instructor at Free Butterfly. Up to date, that is from 2024, up to date. And then you move on to the skills. What skills do you have? So remember, you have A, personal details, 2, education, 3, work experience, and then what skills do you have apart from you having been trained as an IT person? What other skills do you have? So you write there, skills. So what are your skills? Maybe you can write. So writing, computer programming, and so on and so forth. Then you move on. Activities. This is just co-curricular. Any activities. What else apart from all these? What can you do apart from all these? So what are your skills? Maybe you are a member of St. John's Ambulance. Maybe you play volleyball. Or you can ski, and so on and so forth. Okay? Finally, which is very important, is now you are a referee. It is important that at least you have 4 referees. So with the referees, you make sure you write down the name of your first referee, their position, the institution where they are, and then their address and the number, that is the cell phone number or the telephone number in which they can be contacted. That is what you're supposed to write in your referees. The name of the person, the position that they hold, where are they actually, their address and their telephone number, in where they can be contacted. We advise people when they're writing their CV that the first CV, the first name that appears here is where you are. So currently, because you have told us that you are working at Free Butterfly as an instructor, so we assume that Free Butterfly has got a manager. So it is the name of the manager Free Butterfly that we expect to see here. So you write the name of the manager, their position, if there's the CEO or their manager, their telephone number, and the address. And then the next person we expect to get from here, please, could be where you trained at Kembu Institute. These are people who know you well, they have stayed with you. So the first and the second referees are people you have already worked with. Then 3, you can move on maybe to your pastor or to your imam or to your reverend. And then finally, maybe to your class teacher, former class teacher, or any other person of integrity within society. That is part 1 of the functional writing skill I want to share with you. So I want us to take a brief break that we move on to the next item.